my maniacs out there, welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you again. So yes, we're finally here with this Ask Brian. It was supposed to come out last Friday, and then was supposed to come out yesterday. So didn't make it then. Yeah, sorry, I had some shows this past weekend, and I threw my schedule off, but I am back in business, ready to go. And you also get another video today, so look out for that. I get to hang out with koalas, it was fun. But before we get into the questions, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about the sponsor of this video, Mickey Travels. They are an exclusive Disney travel agency that's all about making sure that you get the best vacation possible for your Disney trip. It can be any of the parks, Disney cruises, Adventures by Disney, anything Disney vacation related, they can help you book it. They can make sure that you get the best experiences. They can recommend things. Everyone at this place has done just about everything you can do at Disney, so they can give you first-hand personal experience, and on top of that, they don't charge you anything extra for your services. Yeah, so you get all this expertise at no additional cost to you. So if you're interested, head to the description of this video. There's a link to get a free quote today, or head on over to the banner of my YouTube channel. There's a link there as well. So without further ado, let's get to those questions, shall we? Meg Catherine asks, if you could go back in time and experience a now defunct attraction at any of the Disney parks, as in one you never got to experience in your life but wish you had, which would it be and why? Hands down, it would have to be the Journey into Imagination ride. I know that there is one in Epcot, but there was one before that that had Dreamfinder and Figment, had both of them. And apparently everyone said this was one of the best dark rides ever. And I'm only sad I never got to see this, because there was that one, and then they refurbed it into the ride that everybody hated, and then they changed it now, and now it's Journey into Your Imagination with Figment. I mean, I've done the one that's in Epcot now, and it's fun, and I like it, but everyone kept saying that the first one was so good it puts this one to shame, and I'm like, I really wish I could have seen this. PF Orth asks, what kind of camera do you use for making your impression videos? Earlier this year, I bought a Lumix G7. You can see a big shift in video quality when I got that. It's so much better now. I love my G7, it's fantastic. So if you're in the market for getting a new camera, you should go Lumix G7. Tiffany Weichelt? I'm sorry if I totally said that wrong. Did you also do the background singing in your This Is Me video? If you did, that makes the video even more amazing. Actually, yes I did. So thank you for saying it made it more amazing. I had to sit down and record all the background vocals before I even did the character stuff. It took me about a full day to get that done. There were 4 soprano parts, 4 alto parts, 4 tenor parts, and 4 bass parts all layered up on top of each other. At one point in the song, there were 17 voice parts on top of each other, including the character voices, at one time, and I did all the audio for all of that. It was a long day of recording, but it was a good day. Shauna asks, what's your Patronus? Now, according to Pottermore, I'm some kind of like tailless cat thing, but the second I saw that, I was like, no, I know what my Patronus is. It's an elephant. Matt Osborne asks, when was the last time you shaved? I think the last time I was 100% clean shaven, I think that was 9 years ago. I was a senior in high school and my parents made me shave for pictures. I didn't have a full beard at that time, it was just a little chin patch, but it was still facial hair. And then right before I went to college, I grew the full beard out and I've kept it ever since. Well, I did experiment once with a goatee, that was bad. I'm not doing that again. Princess Lutea asks, who is your least favorite Disney princess and why? Considering all the Disney princesses are like highly beloved, I'm afraid my answer is gonna make some people mad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's Aurora. I know some people adore Aurora, and I think she's fine, just out of all the princesses. She does like nothing. Even in her own movie, she's asleep for most of the movie. I mean, I know it's Sleeping Beauty, but still, even the parts when she's awake, she's not doing anything. I'm sorry, when a princess is known primarily for the fact that she sleeps, that's how you know you got a boring princess. Ariel Hart asks, have you ever gotten banned from a Chick-fil-A for doing these drive-thru impressions? No, I've never gotten banned at a Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or anywhere else that I've done any of these. Either they really like it and they had a great time and they're like, oh, thank you, this was fun, or they just completely ignore me. Nobody's ever gotten mad. I appreciate that. Please don't ever get mad. Scuffy the Dolphin. I love that name, by the way. Scuffy the Dolphin. Scuffy the Dolphin asks, how do you afford to go to Disney as often as you do? I've seen something about a card with Disneyland, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, a lot of people are asking this question, a lot. So you guys do know that every time I go into this park, I'm not paying to get in. I do not have that kind of money. If I paid every single time I walked through those doors, I would be flat broke at this moment. But for those guys who don't know, there is a thing called an annual pass. So the annual pass is like you pay a certain amount and you can get into the park as much as you want within the time frame. And for those of you guys wondering, I have the Premier Pass, which gets me into Disneyland and World all year, no blackout dates. So that's why I'm gonna take another trip to Disney World very soon, and I've been going to Disneyland as much. And I've already gone to Disneyland and Disney World so much this year that this pass has already more than paid for itself. That's how often I go. Ashton Waters asks, which impression has gotten you the most dates? Now, I keep seeing comments about this everywhere. People thinking, oh, how many ladies do you get with that voice? Oh my gosh, that lady was totally into you. And I'm sitting there going, I don't think I've ever gotten a date because I can talk like Mickey Mouse. Or any character for that matter. Normally, I deal with the opposite reaction. Like, for a while there, I was starting to go on, I tried a dating app and I was meeting a bunch of new women trying to see if I could start a relationship, and every single time I did, I had to work really hard to not do impressions because I do it too much and scare them away. Trust me, if doing voices was all it took to get a girl, I'd be married by now with kids. When I get nervous, I do impressions. A lot. And even the girl that I recently dated, she said, yeah, at the beginning you were kind of overdoing it. Only once though. And I just took that as nerves, which it totally was. And it was fine. Either I'm talking to the wrong women, or just doing impressions like this is not the most attractive thing you can find in a man. Venom Skywalker asks, have you ever thought of becoming a ventriloquist? I have. In fact, hang on a second. When I was in high school, I actually bought this book, The Idiot's Guide to Ventriloquism, because I was bound and determined, oh, I can do something with ventriloquism. I can already do the voices. Let's just talk without moving my mouth. And I did this. I bought a puppet, and I started working, and I got stuck at the B's and the P's, and I couldn't get past that point. And the sad thing was, my puppet was a panda bear. So I couldn't even say what it was. I couldn't even say, like, hi, I'm Benny the panda bear. I couldn't even say that. And I'm like, I picked the wrong puppet to start with. Under Construction asks, Brian, I wanted to ask you why you stopped adding the Ask Brian theme music at the beginning of all the Ask Brians. I really like that theme music. Yeah, the story behind that one is just honestly, I just forgot to put them in for like 2 videos. And then by the time I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, did anybody, like, did people really want it back? I mean, look, I looked at the comments, nobody said anything about it. And so I was like, okay. Well, less editing for me. Denver's Productions asks, when is Bohemian Rhapsody coming out? Okay, so let me address the elephant in the room. I know whenever I first crossed 1 million subs, I said that I was going to do a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody with a bunch of different cartoon characters, not just Disney, but like Looney Tunes and DreamWorks characters and like Nickelodeon characters, and everybody was going to be in it. And I said that was going to come out to celebrate the 1 million subscribers. And we're now like 500,000 more from that, and still no video. Well, where is it? And I can tell you right now, it is coming. I have not forgotten about that. I have not given up on it. What happened was, after I announced that, I shouldn't have announced it until after I did a little more research on it. Because then I realized, oh, I'm going to have to work insanely hard on this song because I gotta change parts of the lyrics because I gotta keep this channel family friendly. You know, I gotta, some of those lyrics are not family friendly, but I thought, okay, we need to work on that and get some characters in there to make the changes fun and happy for all of the Bohemian Rhapsody hardcore fans and make them so happy with it. Kind of like what the Muppets did with their rendition, but of course I put my own spin on it. And then on top of that, there were some technical things that I wanted to work out and see if they would work, because I really want to make Bohemian Rhapsody as great as possible. So that's why I did This Is Me just recently, because I wanted to test out background vocals. I'm like, okay, does that work? Does that overshadow the main voice? So that was kind of like my test video before I went all out with Bohemian Rhapsody, and it went very, very well. So I'm like, great, we got the technical stuff worked out. I just got to sit down and figure out the characters, change some of the lyrics. So now we can feasibly do this. I've got the background track made. Everything's just about ready to go. So the video should be coming out early November. I have it scheduled for that. I got a few Halloween things to do I got to do first, and then I want it to come out around the same time as the Queen movie. So you will get it. Aiden Barnes asks, have you ever considered being an animator since you've chosen Disney as your career? Yes, I have. In fact, most people don't know this, but I was actually planning on being an animator long before I started doing voice work. I was drawing since I was 2 years old. I've been fascinated by cartoons and just animation and how it worked. I'd study things frame by frame, and I went to art classes and everything else. And I still draw and I still animate and everything like that. And if you want to see some of that, you go over to my Instagram and you can see some of the stuff I draw there. But yeah, and since then I've talked to like some animators and I showed them my work and they said, oh, you could actually do this if you wanted to. So who knows? Maybe down the line I might pursue animation as like a second career or something. If voice acting doesn't work out and people quit watching YouTube, I might become an animator. You never know. Joanna Stating asks, is this your real voice or are you just an impression? A lot of people make this joke, but no, this really is my real voice. If I was doing an impression, I'd pick something that sounds a lot cooler. Yeah, Brian Hull would always sound like this. So then that way I'd get all the dates. Hello, ladies. But no, this is my real voice. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have a question you want to ask me, just ask it in the comments below. #AskBrian so that I can find it. And also remember to check out my friends over at Mickey Travels. If you're looking to book a Disney vacation, book it with Mickey Travels. They're awesome. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!